Good morning, friends. Hope you are all fine. And my topic, rights in the Indian Constitution, continues. And I told you about the directive principles of state policy. Now, I told you what the introduction was, that what do you mean by directive principles? Directive principles are the directions to the state. For what for direction, what type of direction, that particular state should be, or all the states should be a welfare state. But for the directive principles, you cannot move to the court. Some days I told you the differences also about the directive principles and about your fundamental rights. You can go to the court, up to the Supreme Court. You can publish anything if the government is not giving you the fundamental right. Right, but you cannot move to the court, or you cannot complain if the directive principle of state against the directive principle of state policy if you are not being fulfilled. Okay, now what do you mean by directive principle and what do the directive principles contain? Directive principles में क्या होता है? Point number 1, the goals and objectives that we as a society should adopt. Directive principles में क्या होता है कि the goals of the society, हमें कौन से goals को adopt करना चाहिए, which type of goals we should adopt so that the society should be the best of the best. Right. Next one, certain rights that individuals should enjoy apart from the fundamental rights. कुछ rights हैं जो fundamental rights के अलावा भी हैं. Right, certain rights that individuals should enjoy apart from the fundamental rights, and certain policies that the government should adopt. What type of policies government should adopt? Okay, a very common sentence that the government should adopt those policies which are the good for the society, which are good for the people. Right, so welfare policies should be there. We might get some idea of the vision of makers of our constitution by looking at some of the directive principles shown below. Now, the government from time to time tried to give effect to some directive principle of state policy. They passed several Jamindari abolition bills. During the Britishers during the Britishers, even after the Britishers, Jamindari Pratha was there. And after some time, Jamindari Pratha was abolished. So, then abolition bills, some type of abolition bills, first bill is there. Then when it passed, then it's a law. पहले बिल बनता है, फिर उसके बाद कानून बनता है. So, all type of Jamindari bills were abolished. Nationalized banks were nationalized. बहुत सारे banks थे जो nationalized नहीं थे, they were all private. All were private bank. Basically, all were privatized bank. Right, but they were nationalized bank. They have been nationalized. Enacted numerous factory laws. Factory laws थे. पहले से there were no factory laws were there. Then there were factory laws were there. So these type of a thing, if you go inside of these laws, you will find that these laws are benefited, good for the society, good for the human being, good for the people who are living in our society, Indian society. Fixed minimum wages, आप कम दाम नहीं दे सकते हो किसी को. Right, fixed minimum wages. Cottage and small industries were promoted. छोटे industries जो अभी भी now also our government is encouraging cottage and small scale industries were there. Cottage and small scale industries, and provisions for reservation for the uplift of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes they were made. Many provisions are being made, many laws were made, and for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe reservation were there. Such efforts to give effect to the directive principles include the right to education. Now, you have got the right to education. If you go to the government school, Many of them earlier they said that we cannot go to the school because we have to go to the work for the bread and butter for our family. Government says, okay, we will provide you midday meal. Right? Then they provide you the scholarship, monthly scholarship. Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, they get extra scholarship. There everything is free for them up to +2, and another also there if they want to go for higher education. So that is right to education. Formation of Panchayati Raj institution all over the country. Panchayati Raj, right? And partial right to work under employment guarantee program. Right to work, 150 days are there. They have to go to the work, otherwise they will get this they will get many things, a subsidy in ration, and plus some money also there, right? And particular 150 days for for work, so that they can earn also for them and for their family. Now, fundamental duties of the citizen. Fundamental duties of the citizen. In 1976, 42nd Amendment to the Constitution was passed. Among other things, this amendment inserted a list of fundamental rights of citizen. In all 10 duties were enumerated. However, the Constitution does not say anything about enforcing these duties. It's very important that our Constitution never say anything about enforcing these duties. But what I think you also think the same thing, that duties should, if you are demanding some rights, then duties should be there. But government is not enforcing, but they should enforce about the duty. If you are demanding rights, then government also can demand the duties from you. Rest of it I will let you know in the next video. Till then, take care and have a nice time. Thank you.